Hey guys, it's Julia here, and I have another video for looking back, which I'm doing in my room right now because it's the only place I can record right now, and due to my office remodeling soon, I'm going to be not able to record videos for at least a week or two when that happens, so I need to record some videos early, and I don't get a lot of time to record over there, so I'm just going to record some in my room. So if you see some videos in my room, that's why, because I'm limited on time and it's the only place I can record. So, yeah, I don't want background noise in my videos. So, anyway, this is a laptop I got from that laptop lot that I talked about back in May, because back then I got a laptop lot, and this was one of the laptops that came with the lot, because it was 3 laptops. And this was one of the 3. You already saw the other 2, which is the Lenovo ThinkPad E480 and Lenovo ThinkPad L470. But this is the Lenovo ThinkPad X220. This is the oldest out of all of them. So, I'm gonna open it up. Now, I really like this computer because honestly, I love the design of it. I love the keyboard on it. It has the Windows 7 sticker. Of course, an app crashed on my phone while I was recording. Hopefully that didn't break anything. But this laptop has, it's really nice because it's small. This reminds me a lot of the Dell Latitude E6220, which I did give to a friend because she needed a computer and hers broke, so I don't have that anymore. But this is very similar to it because that was an i7 2nd gen. This is an i5 2nd gen, so it's similar. And the size is basically the same, and it's really nice looking. I don't know the exact size of the screen or anything because I'm kind of bad when it comes to that, but it's really nice if you want to look it up. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad X220. So let's power it up so I can show you guys what's on it. I don't know why it always flashes like that when I power it up. You can see it has Arch Linux on it currently, which I'm going to have a second part of this video that's going to be deploying it with Windows. And I'm going to put an SSD in this computer because currently it has a hard drive in it. And my plans to do with this computer, which was before, I just put Arch on it temporarily because it's on a hard drive and I wanted to, test out Arch. Alright, I just had to sign in, but the thing is that I put Arch on it since it has a hard drive, and with Windows, it was just really slow on a hard drive when I deployed it last time. So, yeah, these systems honestly would perform better with an SSD. Any system would honestly perform better with one because running your OS on a hard drive nowadays for some reason is just really slow. So, yeah. But what OS do I plan to put on it? When I first got it, I deployed Windows 10, but that's not what I'm actually going to put on here. I'm going to make this my dedicated Windows 7 system because it does have a 7 sticker, and I'm going to put an SSD in it, and I'm sure it'll go really fast on 7. And what I plan to do is, that Lenovo ThinkPad L470 that I deployed? Well, that's going to be the Arch system instead. So I'm going to turn that one into Arch, and this is going to be a 7 system because this is just a nice little laptop, and I think 7 would be nice to have on it since it did, come with 7. So you guys will be seeing a 7 deployment in this video, but I'm recording this now because I actually need to do some test deployments on it, meaning I'm going to have to wipe Arch to do that, and I'm not going to keep this drive in it anyway, so when I record the next part of the video, I'll be putting an SSD in and then deploying Windows to that SSD. But I want to make sure that everything works properly, and I need to do some testing, so that's why I'm recording this video now, because after this video is recorded, I'm going to start doing test deployments off camera until I make sure it all works. If it all works, I'll put the SSD in and deploy, because I don't want to deploy it in the video and it just to completely fail, so I would rather, do that. So I'm going to show you guys the specs. So these are the specs of the system. You can see it has an i5-2110M at, looks like 2.9 gigahertz. It's hard to read. And this does have 8 gigs of RAM. When I first got it, it had 4, but I went through my RAM sticks and I was able to upgrade this to 8 gigs, which is nice because the computer I got rid of, that Dell Latitude E6220, it had 8 as well. So this system really reminds me of it. So I'm glad I got this system, honestly, because it's basically another one of those, but it's a ThinkPad. And yeah, it is an i5 instead of an i7, but that's honestly fine, because it's not like a system I'm going to use primarily, and the one I gave my friend uses it a lot. Anyway, you guys can see that this hard drive looks like it might be like a 300 gig or 320 gig, I'm not sure, but that seems like the size of the drive that's currently in it. Now, I'm going to take this drive out soon, but before I do that, I'm going to do some test deployments, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the hard drive. I'm trying to move a lot of my computers to SSDs, so I'm just getting some, you know, cheap 128 gig SSDs because I don't need a ton of storage in all my computers. And I even have another SSD I'm not using that I'm going to put in something as well. And the hard drives I'm kind of just going to save for if I need them or whatever. But I know some of them are probably failing, so I need to actually go through all my hard drives and see which ones are good, which ones are bad, and things like that. But basically with this computer, it just has an Arch install on it. Nothing else has been done to it. Nothing else has really been installed but like Firefox, so it's pretty much just a fresh Arch installation, so there's not much on here, so it's not the biggest deal that I'm going to be wiping it. Plus I'm going to make another Arch computer, and I do know how to install Arch, so I mean, it does run good on Linux, but I just want to make this a 7 machine. I really like this computer, honestly. I think it's pretty nice. It's really small, and I think it'd make a perfect system for that. So let's actually go to the BIOS. Okay. F1. Hope I don't miss it. Okay, there we go. So this is the BIOS, and it's got the i5 2110M and 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, the settings it has and stuff like that, but I'm going to stop this video because the next clip you guys are going to be seeing is me deploying it with the new SSD in it, which I'll show you guys how I put the SSD in. Then I'll probably use a capture card for the deployment, so that way it's easier to see. I mean, that Arch installation, yeah, it's sad that it's going to go, but I do want to upgrade the drive in this to an SSD because this is a system I might actually use from time to time, and the ones I might use from time to time, I definitely want to have an SSD in it. A lot of the older like XP systems and Vista systems and all those, I'll probably just keep, you know, hard drives in most of them, except for the one that I make a dedicated XP and Vista system. Those two might get SSDs. Alright guys, so I'm back with this computer, and this is the laptop I showed like a few days ago from recording this. And again, it's a Lenovo ThinkPad X220. I have our SSD, or another inland 128 gig, because as you know, I have 3 of these. I showed it in the DV6 video. So now we are going to put it in. So with this laptop, to do that, it's just one screw right here for the hard drive caddy, which I'll get out. Once you do that, this little plastic piece pops off, and then you can get the drive out. I'm trying to figure out how. So the drive just slides out. So let me get it out because it's not wanting to come out for some reason. There we go. So this is the drive that was in it. A Toshiba 320 gig Toshiba drive. I'm not sure where it came from, but this was the drive that was in it, which honestly, it didn't perform bad. It was actually a pretty fast drive. I don't remember where I got it. I had to snap them into place, and then I just put it back in. I believe that's the way it goes in. It might go the other way. Okay, so guys, it goes in this way. As you can see, I pushed it in, and then we just take our piece. It went this way. And we just put it back on, and then we screw it back in. I love how the drive is easily replaceable on this computer. And I accidentally woke up my computer by accidentally setting this on top of it. Whoops. But that's fine because we're going to deploy this, and I am going to hook it up to the capture card because I think that would be better. So let's do it. Alright guys, so we are back. I'm going to power it up and close the lid. It should display something, and I'm going to start spamming F12. Or not. because the keyboard is not working. So hold on, guys. One moment. Keyboard is not working. But that's fine, because F12, I'm spamming it. I'm gonna have to... Alright, we're already in the boot menu. Cool. So let's select the LAN again. It turns out that USB port is not working for some reason. F12 for network boot, and it's going to start booting up to the image over the network so we can install an operating system on here. Let me see what happens if I plug in my mouse into that port. Doesn't seem to work for some reason, which might be an issue. Let me try a different port, because I think I see another one. Alright, so it's about booted up to the thing. Hopefully it detects the SSD. Also, this text is kind of cut off for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I guess it's fine. This was from the SCCM deployment video, this background, which I had to get another one because I lost the other one, so hopefully this loads. Yep, it does. Okay, so welcome to the task sequence wizard. Next, and these are the operating systems I currently have on it right now, but we are going to install Windows 7 Enterprise fully updated because it pretty much is a Windows 7 Enterprise image with every single update on it. So that's really cool. Now we have to edit the computer name field here, so the OSD computer name, and we're going to make it Julia-X220, as you guys can see here, which is what I'm going to name it. And then we're going to click next, and then it should just start deploying if this all goes well. And it does look like it is partitioning, so that's good, because if something was wrong with this drive, it would immediately fail in that case. But looks like it's working, so that's a good thing. So we're going to let this do its thing. Let's apply operating system. It's downloading the WIM right now over the network, which could take a bit of time. It seems like it's going slow because I think my network switch is running at a slower speed. Hopefully this won't break it. I'm going to unplug the Ethernet cable for a second. There we go. Okay, I might have broken the deployment. Oh no, I didn't break it. Cool. Okay, it's still going. And it looks like it's going a lot faster. So my connection was running at 10/100 for some reason. It looks like it recovered. Hopefully that won't mess up the deployment. But anyway, I'm going to time-lapse this deployment for you guys so you guys can see it. Alright, so we're at a login screen, so it looks like it deployed, so let's try and log in. Alright, so it says welcome, and we'll have to see what this does. It doesn't look very good, like as in the resolution, but that probably just needs to be changed because my deployment does integrate drivers, so there are drivers installed on here. So I have a feeling it's just the fact that my capture card is just picking a bad resolution or something. Oh, that's nice. And it should not be asking to open this. I don't know why it's doing that. Something's broken. Because it shouldn't be. But it's just this desktop info thing, which is what I use on all my computers. Which gives you useful information. We're downloading and installing software, apparently. So if I click on that, this is part of my domain. It installs software, but it hasn't gotten everything yet because you can see there should be way more applications in here, and there isn't because it takes time to like sync that. Yeah, we know there's new software. I mean, there's not a lot, but let's change the resolution of this because I don't like this resolution. Maybe 1600 by 900. I mean, that's fine. That's honestly fine. I mean, it's just for the capture card purpose. But if I open computer, you could see we got recovery. What is this? I'm so confused at what that is. Hold on. That is not what I wanted. Apparently the recovery partition is showing for some reason, which is kind of weird. Maybe a reboot will actually fix that. But we got it installed on our 128 gig SSD. It's actually going pretty fast. And we can install like Crystaldiskinfo. But we can see this drive. I know I already have this on my software center, but it didn't pull everything, so I just went and downloaded it. But you could see, oh, that's so generic. SATA SSD 128 gigs. Power on count 3 times because, you know, we had to deploy it. So it only powered on 3 times. And then our power on hours, 0, because it's less than an hour that it's been on. And the temperature's kind of high, but wait a sec, you gotta look at this. So 33C, that's not bad for an SSD. If you change it to this, it's easier to read. If you change it to this. Wait, bad block count. Are there bad blocks? I hope not. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just weird because our SSD health is 100, so we are at 100% health, so that's good. And we have a nice copy of Windows 7 on here. And we can go back to our software center and see if there's more stuff in here that it pulled. Yeah, it looks like it pulled everything now. So some things are just available because they're just here and you can install them, but not everything is required in my software center. Only this stuff is the required stuff in here, and that's it. And this is helpful because it installs applications that I use and stuff like that. So I just have it because I guess I have it, you know. But anyway, that is this laptop. I will open the system properties on it. So Windows 7 Enterprise Service Pack 1, i5 2410M at 2.30 gigahertz, 8 gigs of RAM. It's on the domain. Everything's good. I would say that this is honestly a nice little laptop to bring places, but I thought I'd make this my dedicated 7 laptop just because I can, you know, have a system with 7 on it. It's not like I'm going to use it often, and Windows 7 did end support, so that's the only issue, is that 7 ended support. So it does have updates though, or Windows updates integrated. So if I run a check for updates, it shouldn't pull much or if anything at all. Alright guys, I'm back. It did check earlier, but I had to do something, so it did find some updates. And somehow it's getting an update from this month. I think this has bypass ESU installed on it, maybe. I'm not sure, but it might, because it's pulling an update from this month, as I saw. This image I downloaded, I guess, had that. So yeah, basically, this computer works. It looks like it's even still getting updates. I heard Microsoft actually did extend the extended updates till 2026, but that's for like professional and enterprise and ultimate, and I'm not going to make a video on how to install that probably because, yeah, I'm probably not going to make one, but there are ways to do it. But I'm not going to say how in this video. But anyway, that's going to wrap up the video. I'll let this update. I need to head to bed though, because it's like, yeah, really late. So, yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this deployment and seeing the computer no longer has Arch on it, and neither does that drive I pulled out, because I did a test deployment on it because I needed to make sure it all worked before I did it. And I had to integrate all the drivers and stuff like that too, and it was being a pain at first and didn't want to work, so I had to do it a different approach. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and bye bye for now.